Yesterday I explained you different methods by which we can remove the insoluble impurities. I explained you the process of sedimentation, decantation and filtration which help us remove the insoluble impurities. Today we will know about different methods by which we can remove the soluble impurities. So all of you please turn to page number 112. All of you know the water may contain soluble impurities and also germs that make it unfit for consuming. So we need to at first purify this water. Boiling and chlorination kills most of the germs that are present in the water, and then we can use that water. We will know about each boiling and chlorination one by one. At first, let's discuss boiling. Boiling kills most of the germs present in water. What does the boiling do? Boiling kills most of the germs present in water, and the second thing that boiling does, it converts the soluble substances into insoluble substances. And then all of you know very easily we can remove the insoluble substances from the water, as I have told you, by the process of sedimentation and decantation and filtration we can remove the insoluble substances. So when we boil the water, at first the first thing that the boiling does is it kills most of the germs that are present in the water, and the second thing that it does is it converts down the soluble impurities into insoluble impurities. When these soluble impurities turn into insoluble impurities, they are clearly visible to us, and then by the process of sedimentation, decantation or filtration we can remove those insoluble impurities from the water. What happens when after we boil the water, the soluble substances, they become insoluble and then they are clearly visible, and when we keep them for some time undisturbed, they settle down at the bottom, and then we can purify this water. These impurities settle at the bottom and sides of the container. Gradually what happens, we go on boiling the water. After some times what will happen, some of the impurities, insoluble impurities, they will settle at the bottom and some will be seen at the sides of the container, and then they can be very easily removed from the water by the process of filtration. So this was how we can remove the soluble impurities from water by the process of boiling. Now chlorination. To kill germs, chlorine is added in small amounts of water. So to kill germs, chlorine tablets are added to water so that germs can be killed. The tap water that is supplied to our houses is chlorinated. The water that we get in our houses from the tap is chlorinated, means the chlorine tablets are already kept in big plants and then they are supplied to our houses. We can also buy chlorine tablets from a chemist shop to disinfect water. Disinfect water means to destroy the germs. Disinfecting the water means to destroying the germs present in the water at home. So how we can remove these, how can we disinfect the water? By adding chlorine tablets in the water that we use at home, and chlorine tablets are easily available at chemist shop. And iodine tablets are also added to drinking water to disinfect it. Now, how you can make water fit for drinking? The simplest way you have been learning from your parents, or if you have been seeing, nowadays we have got all the houses have got RO or AquaGuard in the houses, but even now in some of the houses these things are not available. So the simplest way of making the water fit for drinking is to boil water for 15 to 20 minutes, and then by the process of filtration you can store that water for using it as drinking water. We also use commercial water filters for filtration. Some filters have candle made of filter paper or ceramic material. Both of them have very tiny holes that trap the impurities. If you have got AquaGuards or filter, you may have seen when the service person comes to provide service to your AquaGuards, you may have seen that he opens up the entire unit, and in that you see the candle is there in which so many pores are there, and all the impurities, they are absorbed in these holes, and so we get the pure water for drinking. They allow the clean water to pass through and they absorb the impurities in them. We must clean or replace the filter candles at regular intervals to get rid of the trapped impurities. So, at regular intervals you must get the candles being replaced, so that day by day the impurities get absorbed in those holes of the candles, and after some times it may have a lot of impurities fixed in it. So we need to get it replaced so that again we have new fresh holes for impurities to be trapped. Some water filters use ultraviolet light to kill germs. So ultraviolet light is also used to kill germs in some of the filters that we use nowadays. We now also use reverse osmosis, that is RO, purifiers to purify drinking water. And the water that is supplied to our homes is taken from lakes and rivers, and then the water from the lakes and rivers is purified at water treatment plant by the process of sedimentation, filtration and chlorination. So the water at first is taken from the lakes and rivers, and then it goes to big water treatment plants, and in that water treatment plants the process of sedimentation is done, filtration is done, and also chlorination is done, where the chlorine tablets are added. And then after going through all this process of sedimentation, filtration and chlorination, then this water is supplied to our homes. There is another method by which you can make water fit for drinking. I'll explain about it in the next video.